Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's official coverage of the Global Esports ACC Qualifier, ladies and gentlemen. It is brought to you by NZ Esports, eBlacks, ASRNZ, Race Command, uh, New Zealand Sim Racing Collective, New Zealand Sim Racing TV, and of course, broadcast to you live and brought to you by MatchFit Entertainment. It is the second stage of qualifying in the Global Esports ACC qualifier. We are at Red Bull Ring for round one here tonight. And as usual, right by my side, I have my constant wingman, J-Man, but a new, not a new face, but an old face, our old voice in Farmer Steve Wilton. Welcome aboard, boys. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, welcome aboard, viewers, and yeah, thanks, Davo, and also great to have Farmer back on the comms. Farmer, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good boys. Yeah, welcome viewers. Thanks guys for having me back in the booth.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to this night.
you
Wow.
kind of done a bad job last time, mate, because you're back here again. So really looking forward to this one. As Davo mentioned, yeah, this one here, the NZ ACC Esports Global Esports here tonight. Qualifying session coming up, Davo.
Yes, very
15
soon.
minutes,
Yep.
followed by a 30-minute sprint race. No required pit stops in that one. Short break, maybe a little bit of a few podium interviews in between race 1 and race 2. Backed up by another 15-minute qualifying session and another 30-minute race. Looks like we will have effectively points for the round here. Will be, as per, I think, 26 for first and counting backwards, 1 point a place.
Yep.
And then I know when we go to round 2 the following week, that'll be a double points on the Enduro round. However, it is all about tonight.
It
is
is.
all about these drivers out here.
It is.
Just getting the last rights read to them about what is what here tonight. Because those of you new tuning into the streams here, with ASRNZ obviously hosting this event, there are probably a few different little configurations around some things. One of the main ones might be qualifying, guys.
Well, look, we know there's potentially a few of the iRacing boys tuning in
Yep.
here tonight, obviously being involved with the Sim Racing Collective and the likes, J-Man. So it's all ACC tonight. So, yes, it will be interesting. Some changes. Obviously, this is the second stage of this qualifying for the Global Esports, but the first race, as you can just see in the graphic there on screen. So these guys have already done pre-race qualifying over the last couple of weeks at Zolder to even be eligible to be in here for the competition. Remembering this competition, the Global Esports New Zealand ACC qualifier competition, the winners, male and female New Zealand citizens, to be shipped off, flown over to China for the Global Esports Games live. So very exciting stuff. Big deal, ladies and gentlemen. And so pre-qualifying times. Do you have those in front of you, boys? Can we just? Have we got time? We got a minute or so. Let's see if we can get some.
Yep. No, we can quickly just talk about that a little bit, and obviously the top times run at Zolder, and Matthew McEwen took the top spot there on a 1:26.877, followed by Herbert very close behind on a 1:26.9. We went to the 27 flat bracket, which was Brandon Webley in third place. Simon Bishop 27.1, Ewan Baker 27.2, current E-Black actually. So Sasha Death 27.2, Cameron Fleming 27.2, Liam Curran 27.2, Joshua Holmes 27.3, and then rounding out the 10, because obviously we're pressed for time maybe, unless you let me carry on.
Yeah, a little bit longer. Yep.
Yeah, Matthew Smith on a 27.7, so we're still inside the second bracket. That's 8 3/4 tenths.
That's
away
some
from
tight
the top
times
spot.
there, isn't it?
And then Steve Crossland, 27.7. Sean Bribblecombe 7-7. Shane Faraday 27-7. Drop into the 27-8. Stewie Aerosmith, Nick Micado 27-9. Riley Price 27-9. We're just over the second bracket here out at Jacob Wadsworth, P17 27-9. Tony Spence, Mark Mudgeway, Jake McCalla rounds out the 20 at 1.2 seconds off that very, very quick time up the top at a 28-1. So, yeah, 26.877 in the BMW was Matthew McEwen. Now, obviously, they could go out there and fire whatever car they liked out there in that qualifying session. However, not the case here now. Once they go racing, the car they choose for round one is the car they're going to compete the series in.
Absolutely, J-Man. As the boys and girls start to roll out onto the circuit now for the first official race qualifying here in tonight's Global Esports ACC qualifier, brought to you by NZ Esports, E-Blacks, ASR NZ Race Command, NZ Sim Racing Collective, NZ Sim Racing TV, and obviously broadcast to you live and brought to you as well by MatchFit Entertainment. Big deal, ladies and gentlemen. Someone over the next couple of weeks is going to win themselves a trip, or well, a couple of people are going to win themselves a trip to China to compete in the Global Esports Games. So big deal, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in, get comfortable, get a bevy in front of you. And look, while you're there, hit the like and subscribe button and the notifications and stuff for MatchFit so you can keep up with what's going on next week at Spa. But we watch the boys and girls rolling out now. Who's your money on after watching a little bit of pre-race practice there earlier on there, boys?
Yeah, well, look, the chat box is alive. We've already got some support for Joshua Holmes. But yeah, certainly, I think for me, Herbert was pretty quick. I think Webley's got that Mustang fired up, but couldn't look past Baker. I think the other one that really was going well was Cameron Fleming was on pace. So, but just so hard to show. You know, they've all got to get their space out there now. 25 cars out there circulating. It is a big snake. The first car, I believe, that's going to get a registered lap will be the 45 car Regan Herbert. So interested to see what he goes like out there on that first flyer. You know, and the approach. You know, is it a 90% lap? The bank one. Track cuts are at a premium on this track.
Oh, look, don't we know it, J-Man? Look, we've called this track a few times in the last few weeks. Big fan of racing here and also spectating and calling it with you, my friend. So, yeah, most enjoyable. Really delivers some top racing once you clear those first couple of laps, because it can be a little tricky in the first couple of laps. But, yeah, always provides some excellent racing. So, really looking forward to it. Obviously, only, I think, 30 people were eligible to qualify for this race. We do have 25 on grid at the moment as we start to see the first indicative times come through.
Yeah, 27.5, first one up for Regan Herbert. What's the call, Farmer? You got your eye on anyone in particular?
Yeah, look, I have, mate. I've just been scanning the stats there, and you know, there's 4 tenths between the top 9 in that previous qualifying at Zolder. That's anybody's game, mate. You can find 4 tenths when you're sort of in race mode, and I can't help but feel the pressure of these guys here, and I'm not even on track of what this actually means to go through and actually compete in this, and then maybe out with, like, we're going to end up going to China if we win this, you know. So but sort of had a couple of words with the guys earlier on, and one name did keep coming up as the one that they were all kind of keeping an eye on, and that was Ewan Baker. So his name did pop its head through the interviews there earlier on that I had with the boys, and they seem to be watching out for Ewan, but I can't help think that it's anybody's game, mate. It really is. It is. You're going to have to keep your nose clean. You're going to have to be fast. And, oh, man, is there a lot at stake here?
There is a lot at stake. And you look, it's like I said, delivers great racing every time we watch it here at Red Bull, but it is very easy to get tangled up in the opening laps of the race, no matter how long or short they are. You know, you put 25 guys running up into T1, T2, even 3 and 4, and you know, like it can be inevitable that mistakes happen. So these guys have really gotta watch themselves as we watch Baker across the line. J-Man.
Yeah, Baker across the line, but the Deltas are alive at the moment. Obviously, is drivers maybe just not quite getting their best first one in, and so the Deltas are alive on the second flyer. Still got just under 10 minutes of this session to go. Good to see the chat boxes alive. Lots of support for the drivers out there. Some old names out there just flashing up. So really, really appreciate the support of everybody that's tuning in, and you know, hopefully we really get a really good party going on in the chat there. And yeah, Fleming, Curran, got my eye on those two there. Fleming's not on a lap at the moment, but saw Shane Fotterdo was doing good things earlier. He's got that orange Mustang, basically a Penrite livery going on. So lots of cool liveries out here tonight too, boys. Farmer, you've had a bit to do with that, so constructing it, putting it together.
Thank you very much. Actually,
cool going on out
definitely adds to the broadcast, and some cracking looking skins there.
Certainly, that Penrite car of Shane Fotterdo's is a very good looking car, and one that he submitted to run in the ACC-RND Champ too, but he decided to run the personalised MATCHFIT.
He did.
Sponsor,
yes.
He had this one up his sleeve, and I think he was quite pleased to be able to bring that out on track this time round, and a very good looking skin, that one. It does happen to be my pick of the skins as we went through them last night, mate.
So, as said, Fotterdo runs across the line, puts himself in 8th provisionally. Only 8.5 minutes yet to go in this qualifying. So these guys really do need to focus. Looks like
Holmes on a good number.
Holmes is definitely on a good number, as is Curran as well. Sasha Death, she not so much, a little bit languishing a little bit in 12th position. We know how quick she can be, so still plenty to go. Everybody looks like they've got a little bit of clear air on track, which is you know, surprising. I think
good. It's
good
if you've got yourself that little gap, isn't it? Because you know, you don't want to be catching anybody. You don't want the pressure from anyone behind you. You really do need your own space just to crack into your work. And it just came to me, guys. Am I right in saying that Sasha, by being here, as the only female in the field, she's kind of already got a trip to China? Am I right in thinking that?
Well, I suspect so.
Really?
If she can complete all the races, I think, you know, there might be a little bit of fine print in there, but I think she's pretty well run a trip to China already. But yeah, nice work. And look, always races so well. So we'll definitely keep an eye on Sasha as well. Back in the pits at the moment, maybe just doing a little bit of a tutu to the setup and getting another set of tyres on that car. Fleming up on the Delta, but still in the first sector of the track. Look, these are tight times, guys. So, like, mate, look at that, 27.3, 50 down to 13th before you get out of the 27th.
Yes,
7th.
And I see we've got fellow ACC-RND racer there, Stu Arrowsmith on P7, so